So we're sitting inside the so-called Rosa Parks bus. I'm actually sitting in the very seat that she was sitting back in 1955. The way it was set up in Montgomery is there were 10 official seats for white passengers in the front, and then in the very back, more like benches, there were about 10 seats for African Americans, and then there were 16 seats in the middle. And what happened in the middle is that the first people onto the bus could sit there. But for African Americans, if white passengers came in, they had to move back. So they might keep moving back, or depending on the bus driver, they might be told to go to the very back. And if there weren't enough seats back there, they had to stand. When Rosa got on the bus, she sat in the first row behind the official white passengers' seats. But as more and more people came on the bus, eventually a white passenger came on and wanted to sit in this row behind the white passenger rows were all full. So the bus driver told the now 4 African American passengers in this first row to move back. And the 3 other people did get up and move back, but Rosa decided that she'd had enough at that point, and she just stayed where she was. Well, there's many stories about what actually happened right at that moment. One of the stories is that the bus driver said, you need to get up, and they had a short conversation, probably not a friendly one, and he finally said, well, I'm going to have to have you arrested if you don't get up, because the law is that you have to get up, according to our laws of the segregation on this bus. And she said, you may do that. And the fact that she was willing to have this become an example to be made helped her friends, her activist and civil rights friends, be able to start what was then called the Montgomery bus boycott. Within a couple of days, they organized this boycott around Rosa Parks' example. Well, amazingly, the boycott lasted more than a year, 381 days, and while people looked up to their ministers, it was really the people themselves that made the biggest difference. The people who before this time had left activism and actually making a stand and doing something active, to the politicians, to the members of the NAACP. They'd let their political leaders and the religious leaders do what needed to be done, and they just kind of ignored it and figured there wasn't anything that they themselves could do. But inspired by Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King, it just really spurred them into action and really inspired them.